Well, good afternoon, everyone. You see the sun is shining. I mean, you can see there's lots of smoke in front of us, but the sun's still shining. The sun's getting through. The smoke is not as thick. Not nearly as thick. It's really pleasant waking up in the morning going, hey, I can breathe. Still smoky, but I can breathe. Got that one bug in the center of the screen that I can't wash off. Oh well. My window's always dirty. Doesn't matter how much I clean the darn thing. It's always dirty. I squeegee it every single time we fuel up, but it doesn't take long to have more bugs. If you don't recognize those bumps, we're on Highway 3, just west of Rock Creek, starting our climb up Anarchist. And there's less smoke and we're happy about it. Very happy about it. So last night we made it till Castlegar, just past Castlegar. There's a rest area there, so we pulled in there, slept there. Jeff says the rest area is called Brilliant Rest Area. Sure, I'll believe her. Brilliant Rest Area. The dam is called Brilliant Dam. What a silly name. Silly name. Brilliant Dam. Could be all sorts of joke on Brilliant Dam. But we slept there. About half an hour, a little more than half an hour, 45 minutes away from our unload. Unloaded in Nelson, and then drove to Klesnikov. Took an hour and a half before they started loading us in Klesnikov because he was hopping busy with trucks. Loaded there. This load's just going to OK Falls. We weren't going to make it today anyway, so the fact that he was hopping busy didn't really affect us by anything at all. We're going to have some downtime tonight. Enough downtime that we could drop the trailers and go home, but I don't think it's worth it. We could drop the trailers and go to Tickleberries. Darn. I really don't want to drop the trailers, but Tickleberries might be worth dropping the trailers for. Just driving down into town and getting Tickleberries. Ooh. I think you've sold me. I think I'm willing to do the extra work. I think I'm willing to do the extra work for that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Gonna have some smashing good ice cream, that's for sure. I was just blasting the radio before this video here, just as losing the signal to this rock channel in Rock Creek. And they were playing some good classics.
Not really classics, but 90s.
90s, some good 90s. Okay, if you're not going to go, I was giving you all the room in the world, but you're not going for it. It's illegal for me to signal them to pass, but I try to give them room so that they'll figure it out that they can pass. thinking about, if you go back in your life and think of best memories in your life and kind of go what those memories are, and mine are mostly tied to road trips. And really 3 CDs jump out as music that we would have on those road trips.
I know one of them.
I remember road trips to, actually this is a cassette still. This is still cassette. Because my sister's car did not have a CD player. Huh. Think of it, she bought a car before I bought a vehicle. No, I had a vehicle before her, but I don't know why we took her car. We took her car to Winnipeg. And we had a blast. We had fun exploring Winnipeg, and I actually got a speeding ticket on that trip. And we were listening to Savage Garden, blasting that cassette tape. And then many other Winnipeg trips. Many of those trips included a Armageddon, the movie Armageddon soundtrack. That CD jumps out. And then the other one that jumps out is when we made trips here to BC. We lived in Manitoba, came down to BC to visit friends, and he had a CD playing Big Shiny Tunes, I think 10, if I remember right. And those songs have always stuck in my head, blasting Big Shiny Tunes and driving down Skaha Lake, East Side Road, Skaha Lake. Yeah. So most of my memories, even younger than that, not music related, but other memories, like I remember Dad would pop the window out of the back of the pickup truck and have a canopy in the back so we could crawl in and out of the camper in the back and crawl into the front seat, traveling on highways. Lots of good memories of road trips, always being on the road. And perhaps that is part of the reason why I love trucking so much. I grew up on the road. We moved so often. Born in Belize, we moved to Mexico. From Mexico, we moved back to Belize. From Belize, we moved to Manitoba. Manitoba, we moved 2 or 3 times. From Manitoba, we moved to Ontario. We moved 2 or 3 times in Ontario. Ontario moved back to Manitoba. Manitoba moved to BC and moved in BC 2 or 3 times. And now, I'm on the road all the time. And I love it. And Jess is the opposite. How many times did you move? You grew up on the same property all your life.
We only moved to replace the house.
You moved to a different place while you were getting a new house on your property. So you've lived in 3 houses or so, but...
When I was born in this apartment, I don't remember the apartment.
And yet you love the highway too. So very different background.
Many trips right up there.
That's true, you guys did a lot of road trips.
My parents always did vacations and camping trips.
A lot of camping trips, so good memories to traveling. And the only other place that comes up as a lot of fun, good memories is a place in Manitoba. We built, us kids and mom, dad, us kids and mom really built it. Dad pretended to work on it. I remember in our bedroom, my bedroom seemed to be the gathering place of everybody. We would have my friends over, my sister's friends over, my brother's friends over. Why my room became the gathering place for everybody? Because I was the first one to have a job. And my parents never bought any kind of entertainment. My mom got us hooked on it eventually when she got mad. We weren't allowed to watch TV because it was evil. And we found an old black and white TV and we hid it in the garage and we would watch. My dad got angry when he found out. So my mom got angry about my dad getting angry. So she went to the store, bought a brand new TV and a Super Nintendo. And of course, I had every game system after that and a huge screen TV and so many games. My bedroom became a gathering place for gaming. Every weekend was gaming weekend. Of course, the farmyard itself has good memories as well. Lots of driving the tractor. A lot of field work with that little Massey Ferguson 1010. Mom called it a garden, but you can't call 3 acres a garden. It's more like a hobby farm. But yeah, it's funny how a lot of memories are tied to music, and when you hear the music now, it brings you right back to those memories. Last climb last climb to the top of Mount? No, we're not going up a mount, but is there a Mount Anarchist? There must be a Mount Anarchist. Summit Anarchist, so there's got to be a mount somewhere. Anarchist Mountain? Yeah, I guess there's got to be a summit. We're almost to the top point where the road goes over Anarchist. So.
There's a sign that tells you the summit.
Yes, that's the road, but that's not the summit of the mountain. It can't be the summit of the mountain. They wouldn't put the road on the highest point of the mountain. They would put the road on the lowest point they can. So I don't know where the actual summit of the mountain is, but I've got a little bit of this climb left. So yeah, you know what? I think our moods are better. We slept better last night. Smoke really gets you blah. Just kind of like, destroyed our plans on the weekend of going out quadding, so we sat and played video games all day. Which is fun too, but when you have plans that are more fun than that, I'm just happy to have a less smoky day.
We're adventurers at heart.
Yeah, we are adventurers at heart. When I'm not driving during the week, I'll be driving on the weekend. Now that I have my motorcycle, I guess it's graduated system. I don't know. What would you call my license? They're still learners? Or would I be an N now? I'd be a new driver? Yeah, so I'd be a new N. I don't have to have the L or N logo on the back of my license plate because I already have current drivers. But I'm an N under motorcycle, so I no longer need supervision. So on the weekend, I'll be on a motorcycle driving around, or on the quad, or in the pickup. I'm always on the road. Unless it's too smoky and I'm stuck inside, on the road on video games. So, here's to being on the road, enjoying life. Everyone should do what makes their life enjoyable. So, think about what you're doing right now, and think about it. Is what you're doing right now making your life better? Making your life more enjoyable? Short term, long term, medium term? Is it making your life, are you going to be happier doing it? Is it a means to an end? If the answer is no, why are you doing it? If there's not a greater good to it, what's the point? Well, there's a whole bunch of might be ostriches. They look an awful lot like ostriches, but it might be emu. So, be happy. Find something in life that makes you happy and go and do it. I don't care if it's the lowest paying job out there. If you can survive on it, it's worth being happy. I'm lucky enough to be able to make a good living doing what makes me happy. I haven't even been doing it for a full year yet, but so far, no regrets at all. Just loving it. Absolutely loving it. So be happy, smile, hit that thumbs up because it'll make me happy. No little shameless begging for a thumbs up. Because the more thumbs ups I get, the more comments I get on these videos, the more people get to enjoy the videos. If that's something you're into. So thanks for watching, and be happy.